Now I told you after simultaneous equation methods we have to prepare secondary distribution. Now after that we did simultaneous equation, what answer we got? In service department X we have the total overheads 5000 and in service department Y we have total overheads as 2500. Now please look here carefully. Now what will happen? This 5000 cannot be totally apportioned to production department A, B and C. Now what we have to consider? We have to look at the percentage here for service department X and service department X, which it is going to get from service department Y. That means service department Y is going to get 10% of share from 10% of share from service department X. So out of this 5000 we have to out of this 5000, this 5000 will be 100%. Right. Now out of this 100%, 10% will be belonging to service department Y. That means whenever we do the apportionment, 10% of the share of this service department X will go to service department Y. Now when we are doing secondary distribution, we know all the overhead should go from service department completely to production department. That means the share should not go to service department again, it should become 0, right? So out of this 100% 5000, what we have to do? We have to deduct this 10%. So 100% minus 10% will become 90%. That means this 5000 into 90% only we should consider for secondary distribution. So 5000 into 90% will become 4500. That means for secondary distribution we have to consider only 4500. Similarly for Y also it is 2500. So 2500 means again from service department Y, what is the share that it is going to service department X? 20% of the share will go to service department X. So this 20% should be reduced. That means this 2500 is 100% minus 20%, it will become 80%. Now only 80% of this Y, that is service department Y, whatever overheads we have, only 80% of it should go to production department, because 20% goes to other service department, right? That means only 80% of this 2500 has to go to production department. So 2500 into 80%, how much we get? We get 2000. That means only we have to allocate this 2000 to production department A, B and C, and from service department X 4500 should only be allocated to production departments. Hope you have understood this. Now look carefully. So what we have to write? We have to start secondary distribution, particulars, total, ratio column, and only production departments we have to mention in the simultaneous equation method. So for doing secondary distribution under simultaneous equation method, we have to only make product columns of production departments A, B and C. Now we have to start with total overheads as per total overheads as per primary distribution. Total overheads as per primary distribution. So how much is total overheads as per primary distribution? How much is available in service department A? They have given in question it is 6300. Service department B it is 7400 and service department C it is 2800. Right. Now total of all these three put together, how much do you get? 6300 plus 7400 plus 2800. So how much do you get? Total column will be 16500. So this is first step. So once this is done, this step is done. Now what we have to do? We have to do the reapportionment of overheads from service department to production department. We have to do the reapportionment of overheads. So how do we do reapportionment of overheads? First we have to do from service department X. Now in service department X, I told you, even though we got 5000, only 90% should be considered. So 5000 into 90% will be 4500, and this has to be allocated in the ratio which they have given in the question. Now look, when we have to allocate from service department X, we have to allocate to department A, B and C. So what is the percentage they given? 40 is to 30 is to 20. So if you simplify, the ratio will become 4 is to 3 is to 2. Similarly for service department Y, it will be 30 30 20. So if you simplify, it will become 3 is to 3 is to 2. Now department X will be, the ratio will be 4 is to 3 is to 2. 4 is to 3 is to 2. So in this ratio you have to allocate this 4500 to other departments. Now how do you allocate? 4500 for department A it will be, sorry, here it will be 4500. Here the ratio will be 4 is to 3 is to 2. So this 4500 has to be allocated in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 2 to production department A, B and C. So for production department A, we have to consider this ratio 4, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what is the total of all these 3? 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, it will be 9, right? So total it will be 9. So for service department A, how much share should go? 4500 into 4 divided by 9. So how much will be 4500 into 4 divided by 9? It will be 2000. So for service department B, it will be 4500 into 3 divided by 9. So it will be 1500. For service department C, it will be 4500 into 2 divided by 9. It will be 1000. Then again, this is done. So whatever we had in service department X, we have done. Now whatever we have in service department Y, we have to allocate to production departments. Now after simultaneous equation method, we got 2500. So this 2500, I told you only 80% of share should go to production department, because 20% of share will go to department X. That means only 80% of this share should go to production department A, B and C. So 2500 into 80% will be how much? It will be 2000. So this 2000 amount we should allocate to production department. So what is the ratio? Again, if you look at, the ratio will be 3 is to 3 is to 2. So in this ratio we have to allocate. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8. So total of all this ratio is 8. So for department A, it will be 2000 into 3 divided by 8. So the amount will be 750. So again for second department also it will be same, 2000 into 3 by 8, 750. For C, department C, it will be 2000 into 2 by 8. So it will get 500. So this is the end of your secondary distribution. Now again you have to show the total of all the 3 departments. So earlier as per primary distribution you had 6300. Now again you have to add 2000 and 750. So 6300 plus 2750, how much do you get? 9015 department A. Again in department B, it will be 7400 plus 1500 plus 750, it will become 9650. Department C, again you have to do in the same way, 2800 plus 1500. So 2800 plus 1500, it will become 4300. So this is how we have to do secondary distribution under simultaneous equation method.